Need a little help getting everyone out the door and avoiding some chaos in your home? Professional home organizer Megan Arthurs has some tips on how to make the transition back to routines a little easier. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Bob. It's so great to be back on the show today.
Yes, your home always looks so organized, as it should, being a pro home organizer. See, the rest of us, all the chaos is just outside of the Skype shot. But you're going to help us organize and declutter.
I definitely am. We know this year is very different when it comes to back to school and back to work routines because we've been out of this ritual for so long. So I have some tips for you. My first tip is to invest in a family calendar. It's really going to help you rediscover the rhythm of a routine again and stay on top of your routine instead of chasing after it. And when I say family calendar, I mean a physical calendar you're going to write on, not a digital or online calendar.
Yep.
There's something really beneficial about writing things down and reading what you wrote. It's also going to help promote collaboration and community within your household. You can encourage your kids to write on the calendar their after school activities, school due dates, even appointments or get-togethers with the family. You can color coordinate the calendar. It's really going to make the family all be on the same page, know what's on the go, and you want to keep it in a spot that everyone can see it. So the kitchen, the family room, or even a mud room.
Yeah, bigger the better. So no excuses. You can't miss it.
Exactly. That's right.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned clutter. What tips do you have with that? Because it's so easy for things just to pile up.
You're right, Bob. It's very easy for clutter to accumulate. So I always say, look at the high traffic areas in the home. So that's typically the entrance and exit of the home. This is a clutter magnet. You know, it's where everybody throws their backpacks and coats and shoes and briefcase. And then at the end of the week, you're just left with a miscellaneous pile. So is there an opportunity to get these items off the floor and on the wall? So you want to think vertical. Maybe it's hanging hooks, floating shelving, or a slat wall system also works fantastic. I know TrustCore has a really great slat wall system. What's cool about their system is that they have different hooks, accessories, bins, and baskets that are all interchangeable. So if you have children of different ages and heights, you can adjust where the hooks go. That way everybody's accountable for putting their things back, hanging up their coat when they walk in from school. And what's also great about the system is that it's really bright. It freshens up the space. It's easy to clean. And, you know, it is DIY, do it yourself, easy to install.
Yeah, it's just a matter of getting into the routine and discipline of, staying with that and not letting it, collect again in front of the door.
Exactly. You have to get into the habit of it.
Yeah. There's the night before, there's stuff we can do, like with back to school, work as well. I mean, here in the morning show, because, we get up so ridiculously early, we set out our clothes the night before. But that's something we can apply to every situation, right?
Exactly. Whether you're going back to school or going back to work, you don't even have to have children to really, take on these tips. So I like to hear that you lay out your clothes the night before. That makes me feel good. There are some tips that you can do really to, ensure you have a couple extra minutes in the morning. And some of them are packing lunches. Families love prepping lunches the night before. You can ensure that you have the appropriate containers for your children. Containers with dividers or separators in them can work really well. Like you said, Bob, laying out outfits is great. A lot of the homeowners I work with, they don't just lay out the outfits the night before. They lay out a week's worth of outfits and then label each outfit Monday to Friday.
Oh,
and
really?
Honestly, yes.
What if you go to work with the label still on?
Well, I hope that doesn't happen, Bob.
That's a good tip, though,
But,
because I used to try and dress in the dark, and that never worked out.
Oh, I could see how that would be a challenge.
And good idea, but in the seconds we have left, purging. And actually giving away some of the stuff is great, too. Great idea.
Yes, purging every 3 to 6 months is a great idea. You want to really look at decluttering, purging, and organizing as a lifestyle, not just something you're doing on the weekend or not just something that you're doing when you're having a house guest over. It's declutter as you go and purge as you go.
Okay, we promise to follow all your rules and try and get organized. Megan Arthurs, thanks for your pro advice. We'll link up all your socials at chh.com. Great to see you again.
Nice to see you. Thanks for having me, Bob.